ahead may be hard to see. Gotta hang on to the dream. Don't let go. No matter how hard it gets, we haven't finished yet. There's so much of life ahead. We've got so much to do. No matter how hard we try, we just can't say goodbye. Don't leave me with regrets, 'cause we haven't finished yet.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? This is your host, the Sebastian Alexander Bonet, and welcome to another wonderful episode of What's the Tea with your host, the Sebastian Alexander Bonet. I'm chilling today. Today is Saturday, late afternoon Saturday, the 26th, I guess, of November, and I'm chilling right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking my shirt. For my company and my show, What's the Tea? You can't really see it. There you go. I love my cutoffs, you know what I'm saying? So, that's really about it. I got a hat on because I have not shaved my head, so I'm tired of looking at myself, looking like George Jefferson from the Jeffersons. So, I put on a hat today. And I got some more news, you know what I'm saying? You can call me the Willie Williams of FAMU. And so I got some more news. I'm gonna get into that in just a minute, but I have like a 3-minute rant. I'm gonna try to do it in 3 minutes. I'm gonna just be real bold and real blank. You know what I'm saying? People say that I'm rude, but I'm real. And it's just, it is what it is. So we gonna call it like it is. You know, my video, I guess, I don't know what is considered viral. My very first video. In 2 days, it's almost a 2,000 hits. That I don't know, is that good or bad? When I put the video up, it was not for hits, anything like that. It was just my opinion. Like I stated, this is my opinion. You know, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. So, with your opinion, I invite you to put up your own video. You know, make your comments and your opinions known, like I did. It's guaranteed by the First Amendment, freedom of speech, and so it is what it is. You know, dude, it's obvious that I'm gay. Dude, look at my eyebrows. Really, I mean, I don't think I'm flamboyantly gay, but it is what it is. I'm a proud homosexual, and so it's just, it's sad. It's really sad when you want to put my personal business out there, and I don't really care. I'm an open book, you know, so it's not, you try to talk about, me, my lifestyle, organizations that I'm a part of. Dude, really? Are you trying to shame me? That shit don't work. I can care less, come on. And then you talking about, all this homosexuals. Dude, really? There are more faggots and lesbians. Yes, lesbians, carpet munchers, and the March of 100 in the city of Atlanta combined. And they are the mecca of gay Negroes when it comes down to gay folks. You know, there's a whole bunch of sissies in Atlanta. But yeah, y'all, the 100 is fagged out. There's a couple of straight folks. Not everybody's gay. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. Everybody's not gay in 100, but you got more, I don't like to use the word faggots because that's so derogatory. But, there are more homosexuals and lesbians in that band than let's see, than deltas on the yard. And there's a lot of deltas on the yard. So, yeah, So, it is what it is. The truth shall set you free. Yeah. That's what the good book say. So, that's, this is part of my personal rant. Girl, let that shit go. The truth is the truth. This is just my opinion. If you hate it, if you love it, I could give a care, Get your camcorder. Yes, I have a JVC camcorder. I can't find my remote for it, but I think I took it to the Bahamas. I need to find it. But, get your opinion out there. All these folks that are gung-ho to ban, you have every right to be gung-ho to ban. Be gung-ho for something, because if you don't believe in something, you'll fall for anything. And you believing in something, I believe you're going to fall too. But anyways, this is just my opinion. So, I mean, get over it. I mean, the gay things are kind of old. You can continue to put them out there. I mean, my whole family knows it. Not like I'm closeted like a lot of people in the band. It is what it is. So, come find me, goddammit, if you want to see me. Now don't forget, I'm 6'5", 200 or something pounds. Now we can go at it. I don't condone violence by any means, but like Jill Scott says, for principles, you're gonna have to whoop a little ass. But I'm not condoning violence. I don't want nobody to come find me. I'm a peaceful man. I just like to state my opinion. Don't get so worked up. It's just my opinion. Little old me. Are you really offended by little old me? I mean, really? I mean, the only reason why you're probably offended because you probably know it's true in your heart of hearts. But, you know, it is what it is. So, that's my little rant. I'm over it. You know, look, yeah, it is what it is. So, as of yesterday, let me say the bitchesness, or I'm going to go back to Boondocks, the nigga moments have begun. Okay, and this is a 7-page letter. I'm only going to do the highlights and my personal take on it. But Dr. Julian E. White has responded back to the letter given to him by Dr. Ammons or whatever, right? When he got his letter to resign, or the letter that he was terminated, it gave him a 10-day opportunity to answer to the letter. And so he has is online. I'm going to provide a link to where you can read the whole letter. His attorney, Charles E. Hobbs II, otherwise known as Chuck, is the attorney for Dr. Julian E. White. Now, this letter came out yesterday as of November 25th, 2011. And I'm going to just do a couple of hits and points that I'm going to try to do the fast as I can and my own opinion about it. But anyways, the remitter for this letter says, response to pending dismissal pursuant to Article 16.3 of the collective bargaining agreement between the Florida A&M University Board of Trustees and the United Faculty of Florida, and request for immediate reinstatement of Dr. Julian E. White. So it goes on to say, dear Dr. Ammons, you know, he has been retained. This is Attorney Hobbs speaking. I have been retained by Dr. Julian E. White in the wake of the pending dismissal of an employee of Florida A&M University, FAMU, effective December 22nd, 2011. Now, there's a couple of points that I'm going to make. The first part, it just says, as you well know, Dr. White has been a FAMU Rattler for half of a century. First, a student where he served as a member and lead head drum major of the world-renowned Marching 100 Band. In 1973, Dr. White returned to his alma mater following a successful stint as a high school band director and faithfully served as a professor of music and the associate professor of bands under the leadership of his mentor, the late Dr. William P. Foster. Okay, so it's giving a little, as we call it in the theater world, you know, that's like the prologue. It's giving you, you know, it's building up to where it's going. You know what I'm saying? This is the part that kind of, not that it bothered me, it was just kind of funny. The next paragraph just pretty much lists all of his accomplishments, things that he has won from different organizations, awards that he has won through the university. But it says right here, in 1998, following Dr. Foster's retirement, Dr. White ascended to his dream position as director of bands. Since his ascension, Dr. White has been the recipient of 2 Teacher of the Year awards and the Teacher of the Year award from the Army ROTC. And it goes on to list some other stuff. You're the only person, in my opinion, ascended. That puts me next to Jesus. Jesus ascended to the throne. He was on earth and he ascended into heaven. I don't think Julian White ascended. He may have got the position. You could pick another word. We're gonna go to the thesaurus in a little while, but I don't like the word ascended. You know, when you write formal letters like this, you use big words and fancy words, but when you ascend, the only man that I see ascending anywhere is Jesus. And soon he gonna descend, but we ain't talking about that right now. But the word ascended kind of took me to another place. I'm like, is he comparing himself to Jesus Christ, the man that hung on the cross for 3 days, went up Calvary's hill, carried that old rugged cross thorn on his hands and pierced his side and nailed his hands and nailed his feet. And then when he came out that grave and took off his old burial clothes and folded them under the rocks, he ascended into heaven. I don't think Julian White then ascended. I don't know. Yeah, you know, maybe, I don't know what other word we can use. I don't have my thesaurus right now, but ascendant kind of bothered me. So anyway, it goes on to list his other accolades or whatever, right? And then it goes on to say that Dr. White was summoned in the meeting on November 23rd where you, as in he's saying you to Dr. Ammons, you stated his time, and this is quotes, time was up, end quotes, and offered him the option to resign or be terminated. Dr. White then provided a letter attached here as Exhibit A where he indicated that he would not resign because, one, he followed all university rules and protocol and do not feel my suspension from the university and the Department of Music is appropriate. FAMU General Counsel Avery McKnight handed him a letter styled as notice of intent to dismiss from employment where you stated reason for dismissal is Dr. White's alleged misconduct and or incompetence involving confirmed reports of allegations of hazing within the Department of Music and the Marching 100. See Exhibit B. Okay. Now, it goes on to say Dr. White has been the vanguard of implementing measures to eliminate hazing within the Marching 100 for the past 22 years. Okay, so 22 years you've been trying to eliminate hazing, ain't nothing worked? 22 years. 22 is a good year, matter of fact. But 22 years, what took so long? What is it? Is it the students coming in? Is it a lack of participation? What took so long? That's my question. I just want my question answered. Why 22 years? What is the hold up? I mean, shit. After a while, you should be able to get a handle on something. I mean, even some of these enslaved countries been free longer than that. It didn't take that long for them to become free. You know. So I mean, yeah. I mean, what is it? What's taking so long? Then it goes on to say white superior officers who often ignored his requests for assistance or who privately lauded his decision to suspend members from the band for hazing while failing to ensure that hazers were either charged with acceptable criminal offenses or expelled as students from the university. Now, what it goes on to say is that Dr. White had complained to the administration over the past 3 presidents. I'm getting there now. This is part 1. Dr. White's exemplary anti-hazing leadership. With respect to anti-hazing leadership in chronological order, Dr. White has A. In October of 1989, in the wake of the death of the Morehouse College student who was pledging the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, Dr. White forwarded a letter to the Marching 100 Director Foster expressing his concerns that a similar incident could occur within the band. White suggested the convening of a task force, which was later created, in which he led, that outlined the terminal impact of hazing. Disguised with acts constituted hazing, and issued recommendations of how students who conducted hazing should be disciplined. A copy of said report was forwarded to then FAMU president, Dr. Frederick S. Humphreys. Now, mind you, that was my president. Oh, I love some Humphreys. Now, he was a drunk. Oh, but he spoke better when he was drunk. I heard him speak sober one time, and it wasn't too well. But he brought money into the university. Oh, I love me some Dr. Dr. Frederick S. Humphreys. But anyways, B, in 1998, White succeeded Dr. Foster as director. See, succeeded is a good word. Extended, anyways, succeeded Dr. Foster as director. President Humphreys, in the wake of the university-wide task force that analyzed hazing in Greek letter, as well as other student-led organizations, entered an anti-hazing directive to the Marching 100. So that happened in 98. Now, part C. I'm going to read this as quickly as I can. Under Dr. White's leadership since 1998, during band orientation, also known as pre-drill, students were required to attend hazing workshops where specifics of hazing laws and university policies were thoroughly discussed. Following the enactment of the Chad Meredith Act in Florida, named a University of Miami student who died, named after, a University of Miami student who died following a fraternity hazing event. These workshops included specifics such as forced drinking, physical exercise, paddling, shining shoes, or exertion. In the light of the Meredith Act, Dr. White incorporated within pre-drill orientations a hazing and harassment agreement. And it goes on to say, by participating as a hazer or a hazee could immediately terminate my membership in the band. Part D. During the internship of President Dr. Castell V. Bryant. Now, you know I did not like that woman. I did not like Castell Bryant. She came in shaking up shit, and there ain't nothing wrong about that. But she called FAMU, what she called us, a 2 out of a 5? I didn't appreciate that. God damn it, I'm a motherfucking 5. You know, no. Anyways, during the interim presidency of Dr. Castell Bryant, 2005-2007, Dr. White convened a new task force to assist with many of Dr. Bryant's request band reforms. In light of these goals, Dr. White subsequently developed a university band affirmative values and academic campaign, also known as AVAC, A-V-A-C, that was designed to responsibly educate, influence, and sustain students' values as FAMUans and heirs of the university's proud legacy and history. All right. E is not that important. F. While Dr. White was vigorously suspended band members for hazing, these incidents have not always been met with suspensions from the university or action by law enforcement. October, FAMU, this past October, like last month, FAMU's homecoming during FAMU homecoming week, within both the clarinet and trombone sections, enclosed were letters of hazed. The letters that they were hazed. November 8, 2011, Dr. White, to allege hazers, indicating that the band staff was conducting an investigation. Courtesy copies of the letters were forwarded to Florida A&M Police Chief Calvin Ross, as well as Dr. White's superiors in hierarchical order, order from the lowest to highest. Dr. Dean Ralph Turner, Vice President of Student Affairs, Dr. William Hudson, Provost, Cynthia Hughes Harris, and President James H. Ammons, on or about December 16, 2011. Dr. White forwarded a memorandum to FAMU police investigator John Cotton indicating that 4 willing victims from the clarinet section, known as the Clones, have been suspended by band staff, and the investigations were continuing into the culpability of several other student members. Within the same memorandum, Dr. White also announced that 26 people will not be participating in the Florida Classic because of alleged participation in hazing activities. This memorandum, too, was forwarded in descending order to Chief Ross, Dean Turner, Dr. Hudson, Provost Hughes Harris, and President Ammons. Okay, so Dr. White did the appropriate thing. He suspended 26 people. And he did send, per this letter, he sent all this stuff to the appropriate authorities. To Dean Turner over in Arts and Sciences, to Provost, to President Ammons. Now, why wasn't the matter dealt with? There's some more stuff coming down in the letter that's real cute. And I'm going to do this as quickly as I can. But if this was sent to these particular offices, if it was CC'd, if you will, why wasn't the issue brought up? Why wasn't a disciplinary action convened? Why wasn't these 26 people brought before some kind of committee? If these names were given to the appropriate staff, why? That's my question. Just a simple why. Now, I'm still, I'm not changing my affirmative as far as, Dr. White being fired, but when I read this letter, there were some things that stuck out to me on behalf of the university administration's part over Dr. White's part, because, these things have been allegedly brought to light through past administrations, so dating back to Humphreys, Castell Bryant, and now with President Ammons. So if this was brought to the attention at that time, why did not the university faculty, the university administration, the movers and shakers of the university, the ones that have the power to make a change and a difference, why didn't they say anything? Why didn't this come before a committee or a board to see what the resolutions would be? So it goes on to say, even with respect to Dr. White's suspension of 26 suspected hazers for the Florida Classic, the fact that disciplinary proceedings did not begin from a university level until after Mr. Champion's tragic death could be considered a subsequent remedial measure intended to migrate the fact that had decisive senior level action been taken earlier in the form of suspending the band prior to the Florida Classic, it is possible that Mr. Champion would still be alive. What makes this event more troubling is that the fact that the appearance of financial gain, the Florida Classic is a major money maker for the university, and the Marching 100 is a key feature attraction, may have impacted whether Dr. White's superiors chose not to suspend the band, or Dr. White's following his disclosure and suspension from the band individuals implicated in the post homecoming hazing activities. Good question. That's the best point of this whole letter. Money. And it kind of goes back to Penn State. Everyone knows that the 100 is a major recruitment for the university. You know, you have the presidential ambassadors, you have the king and queen of Orange, Mr. and Miss FAMU serve as a recruitment for the universities. You have the 100, you have the FAMU Connection, you have the FAMU Concert Choir. You have all of these organizations that serves as major recruitments for the university. SBI with their 100% job placement rate, the College of Pharmacy, all that good stuff. They help bring money to the organization. But I believe out of all of those, of course, the 100 is the biggest contributor. So this is a valid point that Dr. White makes, and that his attorney Chuck Hobbs makes, because I'm not agreeing about suspending I guess at this point, suspending the whole band. I don't know. I'm kind of waveringly against that, because they supported this list of the 26 alleged people. Why didn't they, like I said, do an interview, suspend those 26 to make a clear sign that we're not going to deal with hazing? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the whole band. I don't know, because I'm a business owner, and so I understand how the money value works. And especially when you have an entity that brings in a big percentage of the university's money, but at the same time, the money outweigh a life. Which one is money, life? Money, life. I'm gonna go with life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm kind of torn between agreeing with suspending the whole ban. But this is their objective. If the ban would have been suspended before the Classic, Mr. Champion would still be here, which very well may be true. But how realistic is them suspending the entire ban for directly before the Florida Classic? I mean, come on. Not saying that I'm agreeing with it, but when it comes down to money and dollars and cents, and I'm not saying that it's right either, but when it comes down to money, putting it on paper, I don't see the university, and that could be very well, like I said, very well be wrong, but I don't see the university taking that objective that they're going to, suspend the whole ban. I just don't see it. It goes on to say, Dr. White is assisted by a band staff of 8 individuals who often tasked with providing oversight for approximately 420 adult members of the band. It goes on to say, in 2006, when 5 members of the Alpha Z chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated were arrested for alleged hazing a FAMU student, within weeks of their arrest, they were notified of university-wide disciplinary proceedings, and the Alpha Z chapter was immediately suspended by then said President Castell Von Bryant. They're saying that to say that it was reported by Kappa Alpha Psi, and then immediate action was taken. But it's been also reported by the 100, and nothing has happened. Last, the Orange County coroner has indicated that it will be nearly 12 weeks before the official cause of Mr. Champion's death is known. Which they have said. But based off the investigation at this point, they are saying that it was hazing. That could change in the future. And then it goes on to say, this places his, this is Dr. White. This places his retirement benefits after nearly 40 years of service to his alma mater in jeopardy, causes immeasurable pain and suffering for his lovely family, as well as thousands of friends and former students who realize that hazing exists despite Dr. White's consistent efforts to eliminate the same. At the very end, it goes on to say, we firmly believe that now this is all legal talk, honey, I can't pronounce this, attributor quasi-judicial terror of fact, or, if necessary, jury will find that university claims that Dr. White has committed alleged misconduct and or incompetence involving confirmed reports and allegations of hazing within the Department of Music and the Marching 100 as patiently false and incredible. As such, we respectfully request that you rescind your November 23rd decision and allow Dr. White to return to his full rank and privileges. That's pretty much the end of the letter. It goes on to say about tenure in the university. How can a tenured professor, list what has to happen for a tenured professor to leave. If tenure in the university, a faculty employee who has been granted tenure by the Board of Trustees shall have the status of permanent member of the faculty to be continuing employment of the university until he or she 1. Resigns, 2. Retires, 3. Is dismissed for a just cause under the provision of the university rules or the Board of Trustees or Unified Faculty something, I don't know what the other F stands for, collective bargaining agreement, or 4. Is discontinued pursuant to the layoff provisions in the university's regulations and the Board of Trustees, university faculty, whatever the other F is, collective bargaining agreement. We believe that his removal for suspicious allegations and wrongdoing with respect to hazing is protected by the rules regarding tenure and could subject the university to separate legal action if he is denied the privileges and protections pertaining to his rank. And that's pretty much it. Signed, Chuck Hobbs, Esquire. CC Dr. Julian E. White. CC Dr. Samuel C. Badger, Jr., Chair, Family Board of Trustees, and the Honorable Gerald Robinson, Florida Education Commissioner. So, the cat fight has begun. Ultimately, the cat fight has begun between now Dr. Julian E. White and Dr. James Ammons and the administration. Where it's going to go, I have the slightest idea, but I can tell you it's about to get real, real messy. It's about to get hella messy. Hella messy, because now you have you had a group of people that were on the same side at one point. Now they're on opposing sides, so everything that they know about each other that is good, or not even good, but bad, that they know, skeletons in the closet, is about to come to the light. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. It's going to get real messy. And it's going to be, you're going to go through the dark before you come to the dawn. You know what I'm saying? So, I can't really say. I don't have any predictions of what's going to happen. I just know it's about to get real messy. Whatever they know about each other, in that good old boy system, whatever you want to call it, it's about to come out. It is. I mean, they're going to try to defame each other and make each other look as bad as they possibly can to get their point across. Kind of what the people are doing, on YouTube with the posts on the, on the other one. But it's about to get real, 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 real messy. Only time will tell. Of course, I'll keep you updated. there is, I don't have it with me, but it is known that the Champion family is planning on suing the university. That they have acquired a lawyer, but it's not Parks and Crumbs like I previously thought it would have been. I can't recall who it is, so I'm not going to say because I don't want to be wrong. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, I'm short and sweet. Every time I say short and sweet, it seems like these videos are longer than the one before. So, anyways, it is what it is. Love me or hate me, this is just my opinion. Once again, I say if you do not like it, I'm sorry. Go to that top button of your computer screen right over there, and you'll see there's a little X right there. And if you click that X, I will go away. And you don't have to come back. You know what I'm saying? I understand that people are passionate about things, and you know, it is what it is. But once again, like I say, right is right, wrong is wrong, whatever it may be. If this has been a long-standing issue in the band, why did it take so long? And you have to understand where people are coming from the general public, is because we've heard of this. This is not the first time. It would be a different scenario if this was the first time that this has happened. It would be completely different. You'd be like, oh, it's kind of sad, da-da-da-da-da, but, you know, it'd be something new. This is nothing new under the shadow of our university. Nothing. Nothing. Out of all the organizations on campus, and we have a lot of organizations on campus, the 100 is the only one that has, in my opinion, has had consistency in this field. When I say consistency, that has had alleged hazing and hazing on a continual basis. Yeah, you have Kappa. You know, that in my knowledge has happened twice. Once when I was at the university, and once when I don't think I was there, because I didn't come into FAMU until spring of '04. Oh, let's clear that up too, because on the other post they're talking about 10 years, some math don't add up. I never claimed to go to FAMU. When I attempted to go to be in the band, I was at TCC. And that's when I did the band, because at that point you could either go to Florida State, TCC, or FAMU and be in the band as long as you were an enrolled student. I didn't come to FAMU to spring of '04. I took about 4 years off because I had to have surgery on my leg in 2001. So that put me out for about a year and a half, and then I decided to take some time off, and then I enrolled in FAMU in the spring of 2004. So let's clear that up. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's not that I'm hiding anything. I'm trying to make myself look good, because I already look good. Even in my worst days, I look good. Yes, let's see, straight teeth. Yes, sickening. Anyways, it's not that I'm trying to make myself look good. It's that you don't know all the facts. And so the same way I'm investigating and reading and picking up a paper and, you know, going online and viewing credible. I like this. Just take me back to the 80s. Let's flip it. Bam. Oh, the bitch ain't gonna stay flipped. Okay. Anyways, I've done my research. Now, my views may change because once you do research, you start finding out new things, and then you start feeling a different way. At this point, like I say, I do not rescind my previous statements. When more information should come forward about what Ammons did not do, bam, there you go, about what Ammons did not do, did or did not do, then my views may change. And then I might come back and say, you know, Dr. White was wrongly fired. I mean, but as of now, that's not the point. And these are just my views. Get your YouTube channel and say whatever the fuck you want to say. But at this point, this is my channel, and I'm going to say what I want to say, you know, all that good stuff. So other than that, whoa, that hell, need to shave. That's pretty much about it. So I'm about to go clean my house and chill out for the rest of the day. I am going to see what I want to see, Jack and Jill tonight. I love Adam Sandler, so I am going to go see that and hang out with my boo. Yes, and it's a man. Yeah, dude, you're late. You're so late. I mean, I don't know why people try to go for the obvious when they try to read. Do you not understand punks created the art of reading? And for y'all straight folks that don't know what reading is, y'all might call it dissing or whatever. Taking your obvious flaws and using it against the same person to make them look bad. That's ultimately what it is. And so, I mean, dude, a homosexual? Is that the best you can do? I'm gonna just come harder. Come harder. Come, harder. So, anyways, this is the end of this video, whatever the case may be. Part 3 of it. That's really about it. I had a missed phone call. Wait to call her back. She called me a little while ago. Didn't know it because my phone was on silent. Oh, my pedal just sent me a message. Yes. Shout out to the sophisticated men of the distinguished and sophisticated gentlemen. Distinguished and sophisticated men of Royalty Incorporated. How you doing? And other than that, y'all be easy. Enjoy your weekend. When more information come out, I would definitely hit you back up. I'm gonna try to make these videos a bit more pretty. I just downloaded a new app for my my MacBook Pro, and I'm gonna try to make these, you know, more movie-ish. And side note, another thing, everybody keeps saying I didn't know Robert Champion. Dude, I stated that in the first part of my video. I knew Robert Champion, like I said, meeting him through a mutual friend of mine, and we saw each other on campus. I was in the concert choir. I was always in the muted building. We would say, hey, what's up? Or whenever I went to the cab, I would see him in the cab. So it's not like I said before, we were ace boom coons. But you don't have to know somebody to know that an injustice has been done. Dude, an injustice. I don't know the people, you know, in Darfur, but that's an injustice. I don't know the people out there in Louisiana, but that was still an injustice, you know what I'm saying? So if I wanted to make a video about Darfur, would I be wrong because I don't know the people? Would I be wrong about making a video about the folks, the Gen 6? You know, would I be wrong for that because I didn't know them? No, these are just my views. So stop saying you didn't know Robert, you didn't know Robert. Dude, I stated that was the very first fucking thing that I said. I saw him around campus. We did a heads up or peace or what's going on, man, and that was the extent of it. Let that shit go. Wrong is wrong, right is right. So, anyways, we gonna leave with a motherfucking parting song. And I don't know what that song is gonna be. So we gonna leave. I'm gonna leave y'all to go. I'm about to go read my Model Mayhem. And get on Model Mayhem and read some stuff and call it a day. Oh, I know what I'm about to play. Cause if you don't like what I'm saying, haha, yes you can. Hold on, let me find that song. If you don't like what I'm saying, you can run and tell that. Run and tell somebody. This comes from one of my favorite musicals, Hairspray. So if you don't like what I'm saying, run and tell that. Run, nigga, run and tell that. Now, if you tell somebody, they might not care, but go ahead. I don't care. So we about to go ahead and y'all be easy. Thank y'all for tuning. Oh, hold on. Follow me on Twitter. I love my smile. Follow me on Twitter. I paid enough for it. At Sebastian Bonet. SEBASTIANBONET. And get at me on my live. No, don't go to my live profile, child. Hell no. And then, you know, follow me on Twitter. Go to my website, see my work, westtphotography.com. And other than that, that's about it. And then stop questioning my Bonet hood. I'm a legitimate Bonet. I've been a Bonet for over 10 years now. You know, when you talk about notable Bonets that have done something, I'm one of them. You know, you have Jasmine, and you have Archie, and you have Ken, and you have Sias, and you have Yasmin Bonet, you have myself, and who am I missing? You have Armandus, and you have so many different people. And if I forget your name, please don't charge it to my head, not my heart. Kiara, I am a Bonet. You can talk to any of the elders. Hit Jasmine up on her Facebook page. I'm listed down there as grandchild. How you like them motherfucking apples? All right. And for y'all that don't know what, you know, Bonet is, go look at my other YouTube video about gay families and the purpose of them. It's right here in this corner when you're looking at me, or it might be in this corner right here. Just scroll down and you may see it. The purpose of gay families and all that good stuff. Check out my other videos too. You will learn so much about the gay community. Yeah, that's really about it. All right, let's hit it.
I can't see what people look at me and let me see the color of my face. Oh yeah, and then I go try to help. I know you always have to put me in my place.